Though the Jotun have wronged us in the past, the gods wish us to show them mercy.
The gods are good to us, after all the miseries they've...
And it would seem that the deliverer of my people has found me at last. Many honored greetings to you beckoned. If you would, I have more than pleasantries to discuss. Like many, I seek your prowess. The beacon shows the path the Colossi must walk again. So it has always been claimed. It is a grand city, worthy of protection. I strive to guard its citizens from the menaces below us, in the teeth of Naros. Looking at the Colossi here, you will find we have it in ourselves to be truly great. But we are also capable of much violence. I have lost much to the beasts of this land. I aim to ensure that none share this sorrow. A culling. Though the Colossi are a people of faith, more and more of us are reverting to the savage ways of our ancestors. The lowest of these doubters become marauders, bloodthirsty and violent, capable of nothing but wrath. They must be purged. I thank you. It is high time we bring their savage. Each marauder should carry a totem of some sort. Bring those to me as proof of your deeds. The marauders have lost their reason, but not their strength. If they catch you unawares, you will not have much time left. They roam the lands below the city. I do not doubt that you will find them if you seek.
Though the Jotun have wronged us in the past, the gods wish us to show them.
The market's craftsmen are of the finest.
I've heard one of our scholars...
Be careful here. The market's craftsmen are of the finest.
If you are looking for entertainment, feel free to seek the theater.
Please, just let me past. I will only be gone for a short while.
You know why you cannot leave. Without you, the city could never be completed.
You cannot keep me here against my will. I'm not some animal.
You know it is far too dangerous for you to leave.
My business in the teeth of Naros is no concern of yours. Others may come and go as they please. I demand the same respect.
No, Passator. It is not safe out there. We must remain in the city. That is final. You must be the beckoned. I am sworn to protect the people of this city before all else. Each member of the Guard would lay down their life for our people. The concourse is the main hub of our city. It is a place of gathering and prayer. However, it has been quiet since the great tragedy. I am sorry, I cannot say more. Truly, it is worth protection. With the trials my people went through to raise it into the sky, it has become more precious than gold. But these earthly costs are nothing compared to the rewards that will come to us. I know it. Enjoy the horizon.
What is it? Unless you can somehow convince the guards to let me leave the city, you're only wasting my time. I'm sorry. It just makes you a little crazed, you see. Being locked inside this city like a penned animal. All I want is to leave for a short time to travel to the Warren and check on my wife, Galatea. But I cannot leave. My wife and I were separated when the city was razed. I believe her to still be in the teeth of Naros. I hope she is unharmed. This city is the child I never had. I poured myself into this stone, these edifices, these reliefs. But now I have been here so long that these walls have lost their charm. They are only the bars of a prison to me. I am one of Idila's finest masons, so much so that it seems I am an institution amongst my people. It seemed nice at first, but they handle me like a work of art, with too much caution. The stone used to build this city was dug out from the Warren. It was our main quarry, but much of it is inaccessible now. The rest is home to beasts. I did not choose to leave her beckoned. I wanted her to come with me, but she can be difficult to move to action sometimes. But I cannot retrieve her now, for I am one of the city's finest masons. The guard are under orders not to let me leave, so I do not die. All I want to know is that she is unharmed, but I've done so well for this city that I am forbidden from departing. Well, you can certainly try, but Galatea is stubborn as stone. Would you truly beckon? That is something. At least I will be certain that she is unharmed. I left her in the ruins of the Warren, the city's old quarry. You should search there for her. Please find my wife.
How much longer?
The beckoned has come at last. It can only mean that the gods wish to take us back into their favor.
Though the Jotun have wronged us in past. Have you
The
seen
marauders of the
rather
lands below
small
deserve
creature that
disdain.
entered the city? I wonder
They
how
say
many
it
more
is the
debates
Bacchus
they have.
Beckoned, I admit that I have eyed you with some interest. I await for the chance to debate you personally. The Colossi believe that ours is the greatest city in all of Amalur, Beckoned. I am inclined to agree. We were strong enough to rip it from the clutches of the earth. How could there be any doubt? No doubt the gods favor us because we had the strength to perpetuate their message. This is the center of theology in Idylla, Beckoned. My people attend to debate any topic they like, with whomever they like. We leave social standing at the door. All that matters in the Lycaeus is virtue and a sound argument. I am a student of Master Onisimos, and I hold the highest rank among all of his disciples. My current point of study is the nature of strength and its relation to virtue. I wish you luck in your endeavors, Beckoned.
The beckoned? Do you seek to debate? You should speak to Master Onisimos to arrange one. We would be thrilled to hear a lecture given by the beckoned. Oh, the city? It is... well, it is grand, as everyone says. I wish I could say more of it, but I spend most of my time in the Lycaeus. Though the Lycaeus is open to all who wish to debate, some choose to spend their lives mastering the arguments, like me. I hope it will make me a stronger Colossi. I am, the youngest of Onisimos' students. There is much I have yet to learn. Goodbye, Beckon. I wish you well.
Do you require assistance? I can heal whatever wounds you may suffer. I am one of Onisimos' oldest disciples. I have taken to tending to the inexperienced students after their debates.
Sorry, it's just my throat gets fucked.
The Master is troubled. The Lycaeus has seen its attendance gradually drop since the tragedy at the Hyperion. Have you seen it? The theater is perhaps our greatest rival in capturing the idle time of Idilla's citizens. Over the years, I've warmed to the idea of their productions, but there is no substitute for the Lycaeus' debates. Enjoy the debates. I wonder how many more debates.
Welcome to the Lycaeus beckoned. I remember when this city sat on firm earth instead of thin air. Those were dark times, where daily we grappled with the wilds of the teeth of Naros. But we endured, and now we have carved a near paradise for ourselves among the clouds. No finer city exists. There is no greater home, no event, no thought, no prayer is raised that does not get tried and tested in our debates. I am a student of the Masters, and there is no greater joy for me than the debate. I truly love it here. Currently, my studies have me exploring the value of life versus that of the spirit. I hope to see you again.
Ah, so the beckoned has arrived. Are you here for a debate? I've an astute interest in researching the Terex. They are noble, lethal beasts. They can match a colossi in might in the right numbers. The life of a god is always busy in these lands. Take it from me. The city is grand, though it has borne much doubt and anguish. But I believe the stones we placed can weather these storms. We are strong, but not immortal. Though our skin resembles stone, mortal blood flows beneath it. The Lycaeus is the essence of the Colossi. I am glad to see it run by a great thinker such as Onisimos. The scholar truly has mastered the art of discourse. Though it has been years, I believe he can still make a persuasive argument on enjoy the Lycaeus.
The Lycaeus is popular no more. Yes, Beckoned, I am pleased to serve how I can. Our city stands the highest in all of Amalur, and that means that it is the greatest. It is no coincidence that our culture and virtue have flourished up here among the clouds. It is built to honor the struggle we all must go through to attain wisdom, and we embody that struggle every day. I am a relatively new debater, but already I have made my mark. I outranked Thace in the Master's eyes, though we became disciples on the same day. My area of interest is the nature of war. If you have wounds to tend to,
You must be the beckoned. I must say that you are the most peculiar specimen I have ever glimpsed. Your fate, I cannot think but I have been blinded, but you are the only flaw in my gaze. The first of many failures. I have seen the portents of the future, and the old Primos wears the garb we all will be shrouded in. I have always been able to snatch glimpses of the future. But very recently, since news came that you appeared in our land, these dim half-visions of mine have burst into full, glorious sight. I can see the fate of this city now, of all who live within it, except for you, curiously enough. The city will hold longer than this academy, but all things in this world fall to ruin. Every morning I wake and despair, for I see the mighty walls of Idilla and the tower of the Primos crumble to dust before my eyes. replaced by an empty sky. I tell you, this academy's destruction is assured. The details are vague to me, but there will come a time when theology means nothing. Academics, scholarly pursuits, all of it gone. In its place, the savagery of the Myru. Mark my words. I attend these final debates as the school enters its death throes to chronicle them for the future. Heed my words, Beckoned.
And the Beckoned arrives at last. What do you think of our humble academy, Chosen One? Could I perhaps convince you to debate one of my prodigies? Surely the Beckoned of Athene would be a worthy lecturer. He did not have the strength needed to appeal to the gods, though he was named Primos. His virtue faded over time. Many argue the meaning of the Beckoned. Are you a conduit of the gods, or are you merely their messenger? I know what you are, though. You are the strength of the gods incarnate. If anything, this city is great for separating the weak and impious from the strong. Not all have kept the promises we made to the gods. Some have left our city to live in the wilds, as if they were the Myru. Fools. I will admit, times are difficult for the school. Few have the fire within them to debate. They seem to prefer moping. That is what we were before the gods sought to raise us up. Life for the Myru was not as you see here. The Myru cared only for base pleasures, carnage, conquest, and power. They were far from the enlightened people the Colossi are today. I am the master of the Lycaeos. I do what I can to enlighten the minds of those who enter my academy. That is what we were before the Myru cared only for... I despair that the Lycaeos has passed under the awareness of one so blessed. Our academy is the center of conversation for philosophy and theology in Idylla. Would you be opposed to joining us for a dialogue or two? It would be an honor. The spears, you mean? They are for the debate. Wonderful! With the hard times about us, I worry that our long-kept traditions will eventually be lost as the school's influence wanes. Your involvement is sure to spark interest in the Lycaeos once again. Now, let us begin. In your first debate, you face Thace, one of my most promising students. Study hard, Beckoned.
Greetings, Beckoned. I take it that Onisimos wishes me to go through with this debate? Very well. You are? Then, I will begin. I mean, here is the topic of discussion. A torrential storm sweeps a youngling and a full-grown colossi into the flow of a river. A big one. A river, I mean. Now, there is only time to save one. Which should one choose to save? You would choose to spare the potential for strength over the certainty of it? That's a stance few might stand by. Very well, let us begin the debate. Let us prepare. Please, go easy on me. Here is my new thesis.
You smashed him senseless, Beckoned. Why, this is the form all debates take here at the Lycaeus. Opening statements are made, and combat determines the victor. I am unsure what else you were expecting. That said, will you allow others to challenge you? You appear to be quite skilled. Speak to sisters. Study hard.
Is it my turn to challenge you, Beckoned? I am eager to test you, and myself. I am glad. Tell me, what is the most effective display of strength in the following scenario? On a trip across a vast desert, you and a companion encounter a boulder. It is an airborne boulder, and it crushes your friend. He tells you, "Leave me, Beckoned. Even were you to lift this boulder from off my battered body, I would be but half a colossi." What would the strong do? You would save him? Beckoned, you fight like a colossi, but you certainly do not think like one. Where would he be with his body obliterated? He would be half a man, and half a man can never be whole. His friends and family would pity him, shun him. I will best you in this debate. Prepare yourself. I look forward to your arguments.
Well, that was a debate well fought, Beckoned. Goodbye, Beckoned.
I almost did not see you.
It would appear that my long hours of study have been beneficial. Well, thank you for the debate. I pray that your presence graces me.
An absolute. Are you ready for another? Fight. Speak to Xena. Study hard,
Greeting.
You are the Beckoned? I wish to challenge you. Sister Synthes are worthy opponents. That you have debated them is impressive indeed. Especially for one so short. You are one of the greatest debaters I have ever seen, Beckoned. I hope I present a worthy challenge. My query for you is simple. What makes a war worth fighting?
I have to be practical.
You would hesitate to start a war unless you were reasonably sure you could win? I must object to that, Beckoned. No colossi would wait to confirm the weakness of his enemy before waging war. No one should. It is disdainful. I apologize if I sound trite. Prepare yourself. My logic will be clear. You are a powerful debater, as if you have wounds to tend to.
Zeno's argument was hastily prepared. Fine, an older disciple, wishes to study hard. Zeno's argument. Fine, an old... Speak to Fine. Study hard, Beckon. You are the Beckon. Have you come seeking debate?
You've defeated many of Master Onesimos' students, Beckon. Prepare yourself to face the Master's most gifted student. Excellent. You've done well thus far, but I have another query. Does might make right? That is an intriguing point, but it runs counter to the core of Colossi values. Our culture hinges on the belief that strength is given by the gods to those with the virtue to wield it. Let us debate the issue. My virtue. Prepare yourself. Let our discourse begin. Here is a summation of my studies. Prepare for my conclusion.
Beckon, welcome back. Indeed, you have defeated all of my students, Beckon. The issue I pose to you is this, brought to my mind by your overwhelming strength. Can those with absolute power, such as yourself, have courage? If one enters battle with victory all but assured, can one also be called brave? You have proven differently here at the Lycaeos. Very well. Prepare yourself. Brace yourself. Here is my evidence. You have my underlying gratitude for word of your scintillating lectures is sure to bring attention to our school. Already there are more spectators in the Lycaeos. Your thoughts guard you well in combat. May this talisman offer you similar protection. Though we were all taught sound lessons, my students and I have never seen this many in the Lycaeos. Study hard, Beckon.
Be careful here.
Greetings.
Yes, though the Jotun have wronged us in the past.
Though all serve the...
That you honored us with a debate. I wish you luck in your endeavors, Beckon. fiend guide your actions.
You must be the beckoned.
Though the Jotun have long
The beckoned. Greetings.
If you are looking for it,
Be careful of the marauders if you go to the...
Welcome, beckoned. It seems my preconceptions were off, but I still need your divine aid. The plague spreads. Are you enjoying its splendors? This fair city is rich with them. Even in the sewers, under its gleaming exterior, lies a feat of engineering unrivaled by other cities in Amalur. I have heard that you wreaked havoc in the Lycaeus during your debates. Just as I expected from the beckoned, you have become truly feared in the academic circle. Still, I cannot believe how formidable you are, considering your stature. I am a mason, one of many caretakers of the sewers. A hidden menace, the secret horde. Though few acknowledge them, the rats are the great threat. In my younger days, I hunted the vermin with a force of will unequaled by the greatest of the theologians in the Lycaeus. I have worked on this city for all my lifetime. The sewers that run below it are my masterpiece. But this work of art is besmirched by rats. These foul vermin run rampant in my catacombs, tainting it with their fetid presence. Try as I might, I cannot best the scourge. But you beckoned. Your divine intervention is needed. I have never known beasts with such low cunning and high birth rates. They are fearless as they are disgusting. I have pinpointed a much-traveled route used by the rats and seeded it with traps that can be activated on command. Find the levers that activate those traps. They've been placed on a... When you see the rats pass below, simply pull the lever. Once I hunted them, though I rest. I wish you well.
You are free to visit whenever you've suffered wounds. We have plenty. Our city has hung in the heavens for a time now, but it remains incomplete. Idilla's centerpiece, the Hyperion, rejected our magics and refuses to rise. I make sure the beds are swept, and that any who need aid receive it. My people have long led lives that inflict a certain strain on the body. As you may have seen, even in our city among the clouds, thus we maintain the living quarters as a place of rest, open to tread cautiously in our land, my friend.
When we came to this land, I thought it was a place of...
beckoned. Do we have some business? With my brother indisposing himself, it falls to me to keep watch over my family's estate, little though it is. Look at this place. Why would anyone choose the one?
Ah, at last.
I have seen faith change.
I've heard one of our scholars has been trying to study...
I've heard a rumor that the science...
Yes, beckoned.
though all serve the Primos.
Incredible. You must be the beckoned. What are you doing here? It is a place of respite, or a monument to the god of boredom. Count the columns, or the straws in the bed if you need something to do. Or, better yet, get out of here. I've seen the bulk of his works. They are often pretentious and bloody. I enjoyed Andronikos' satires myself. It knew better days, I think. The current master, Stratton, can keep the people entertained, but not musing. I am a frequent patron of the theater, but I grow tired of Stratton's. Be safe. These lands are hard.
I've heard one of our scholars.
You'd best watch yourself. You'd best watch yourself if you roam the wastes.
I've heard one of our scholars has been trying to
The marauders of the lands below deserve this day.
Ah, the famed beckoned comes to me at last. Admittedly, my request might be the smallest you will hear, but I wish to voice it nonetheless. I do not forget Arcades, or what he did for my people. He led us here and started this city, but most cannot see. How do you find our city, Beckoned? Grand is, but even it cannot forget the world it left below. All the rocks you see, here and in the sewers, once rested in the teeth of Naros. This is a place for those who are weary of their burdens. If you feel so, you can rest. I'm just one who's intent on We were once no nobler than the Jotun or the Etin. Some would purge this history, to preserve the past. All around us is the great chisel and hammer of progress, keen on dragging my people towards enlightenment. But such progress means nothing without context. I wish for someone who can find artifacts of my ancestors, reminders of... Very good. I'll reward you for any artifacts you can find, but larger artifacts will do well for both of us. I await your findings. They are little things, of no intrinsic value, but as my people are so convinced to make progress, they are strewn throughout the teeth of Naros. Be careful with them.
After all the...
When we came to...
Though the Jotun have wronged us in the past.
Yes, I have seen faith change my people, but not...
Be wary,
The gods are good.
I've heard a rumor that this...
I'll go lie down for a bit, dude. I'm still feeling sick.
I almost did not see you. And you return to me. I hope you are finding this...
All is well, I hope.
Be back later.